This is the red minus armored crab I bought. This is the red minus armored crab I raised. Half a year ago, I went to the beach and caught a bunch of small crabs. Unexpectedly, I accidentally raised a king. It slaughtered a whole tank of crabs. It all started when I was playing at the beach in Qingdao. I happened to have a bottle of fish food in my hand, so I scattered it into the sea, attracted countless small fish, and also small crabs and shrimps. I not only got a free fish spawn, but also caught about 30 small crabs. At this moment, I hadn't realized the seriousness of the problem. The king was hiding among them. One time while cleaning the glass, I found this irritable little guy. He was full of aggression towards anything that moved. I didn't pay attention at the time. At that moment, it was just a level 1 creature. Once when I was feeding this creature, suddenly a level 3 swimming crab appeared. A huge level disadvantage was in front of it, but it didn't back down at all. In the end, the level 3 swimming crab could only leave in frustration. At this point, I felt something was very wrong. Creatures of the same level were like flies to it. It could slap them away easily. On the 5th day, it stopped pretending, and started hunting its spears at the same level. I tried to use a clam to save one of its spears, but its bloodthirsty instinct couldn't be stopped. At this moment, its brain was already filled with slaughter. Even when facing a meaty and tasty clam, it still chose to kill its own kind. So I took it as my last disciple, and named it Xiao Yan. This laid the groundwork for Xiao Yan to become king later, to cultivate it into the strongest red minus armored crab in the world. I started feeding Xiao Yan with lots of creatures, and spent a lot to buy it a fish tank. On the 10th day, Xiao Yan successfully leveled up. Now it was a level 2 creature. Its body had a qualitative leap in size. The good times didn't last long. It started refusing the creatures I gave it. This situation made me very anxious. So here it comes. This is a level 5 red minus armored crab I bought, named Dead Alan Yan Ram. It has the powerful bite force of the red minus armored crab family. I told Xiao Yan, a year later you will have to fight Dead Alan Yan Ram. You must seize every moment to train. I temporarily kept Dead Alan Yan Ram next to Xiao Yan, hoping this would motivate Xiao Yan. Even at level 5, Dead Alan Yan Ram was so domineering. I was looking forward to Xiao Yan's growth. On the 11th day, I tried to feed Dead Alan Yan Ram. Get the hell out. I'll just buy another one next year. Now Xiao Yan turned fear into motivation. On the 12th day, it devoured its old shell. Today I'm going to test its combat power for the first time. This is a live clam creature. Its defense is at least 5 times that of a regular clam. Xiao Yan tried to insert its claws into the gap of the clam. Half an hour later, it failed. I really couldn't bear to watch anymore. Back off. I made it. Clams are not only delicious, but also contain extremely domineering energy. So, just 8 creatures. 8 creatures. 8 creatures. Xiao Yan's body became extremely domineering. Soon it was about to level up again. On the 20th day, I found something unusual about Xiao Yan. Its back cracked open with a big gap, as if it was about to explode and die. As time passed, the gap on its back got bigger and bigger. Soon it began to transform. If it failed to transform, it would be doomed forever. Now it could only rely on itself. It succeeded. As long as it survived these few hours of weakness, it could officially advance to a level 3 creature. On the 20-on-S day, Xiao Yan had become a level 3 creature. The fish tank was almost too small for it. I decided to put Xiao Yan into this trial ground, cleaned up the place a bit for it, and made it a place to stay. So even if it couldn't beat other creatures, it would have a way out. Here I come. Currently there are only 2 creatures in this area. A level 1 strike go by. Before looking for more creatures, I must test Xiao Yan again with a clam creature. If it still can't open it, I'll have to give up on it. But obviously, level 3 Xiao Yan was no longer the same as before. It quickly pried open a big gap in the clam. Finally, Xiao Yan exerted force. The clam's defense was completely broken. After passing the test, Xiao Yan awakened its slaughter talent again. When feeding it again, this level 1 strike go by tried to snatch Xiao Yan's prey. Little did it know this move would lead it to death. Before I finished speaking, the strike go by was caught. The process was Xiao Yan hiding its claw in the clam. The strike go by bit the clam meat, and its head was grabbed tightly by Xiao Yan. Other strike gobies tried to save it, but it was already helpless. Soon, Xiao Yan threw its hunting bill out of the cave. The strike go by did burst out with racial power. It rushed into the cave and shouted, then left. In the end, the caught strike go by, with the help of its kind, also successfully died. On the 20-5th day, I came to the dangerous creature area, used a dead clam as bait. A large number of creatures swarmed from all directions. brutally devouring the clan meat. The scene was spectacular. I brought back 12 creatures. From now on, I can no longer protect you. You must rely on your own strength to fight. Go, little creatures. Among them were 3 level 3 swimming crabs. Skill Burrow and Sand, a level for Disguise Crab. Skill Disguise is a level 3 meatball creature. Square Crab Skill Toughness, a level 1 Flower minus Backed Crab. Skill Ambush Kill, for level 1 Blast Shirts. Skill Fast Movement, basically for turrets. 2 level 2 Yellow Crabs. Skill Filter Food from Water. Of course, I can't forget to introduce my disciple Xiao Yan. He is currently a level 3 creature. Skills Burrow and Sand and attack any creature it sees. In terms of attributes, it's an all-minus round warrior. K20-6. This cave can no longer hold level 3 Xiao Yan. I decided to change Xiao Yan's fish tank. I thought it a bigger one. This is the only thing I can do for you now. Now it looks much more spacious. Unexpectedly, a yellow crab appeared at this time, trying to sneak into Xiao Yan's cave. Xiao Yan rushed over as soon as it heard the noise. At this moment, the yellow crab didn't know there was a killer god on the other side. Scream. This time, it really couldn't avoid going in. With its strong body, Xiao Yan ragged it indirectly. But, in the end, it still escaped. But the price was a broken leg. This scene scared all the swimming crabs into hiding, praying that Xiao Yan wouldn't find them. These 2 fearless ones were just wandering outside. On the 20-7th day, this meatball-shaped square crab was a bit strange. Looking at the front, 6 out of 10 legs were broken. It was about to become a tough crab. I quickly fed it a clam. Xiao Yan immediately intercepted it in mid-air. Frightened, it used its remaining 4 legs to move quickly. It was obviously traumatized. On the 20-8th day, the level 3 meatball-shaped square crab died. I thought it was tough, judging by the broken remains. It was no surprise that Xiao Yan ate it. Today I took a closer look. This disguised crab looks really disgusting. I seriously suspect it's poisonous. To be safe, I fished it out. To help the other creatures grow quickly, I started feeding them extra. While the other creatures were devouring clams, the yellow crab tried to raid the nest again. Unfortunately, Xiao Yan was waiting at home this time. I missed running under the sunset that day. That was my lost youth. The yellow crab did a vertical kick, and escaped again, but it laid Xiao Yan to the food. Now it's bad. Both the fish tank and food are gone. Other creatures all harassed the yellow crab's family. They scared some flower-backed crabs. They quickly hid the little food they had in the sand. This flower-backed crab's attributes are the same as Xiao Yan's. It's the most likely to defeat Xiao Yan in the later stage. On the 30th day, the yellow crab raided for the 3rd time. Looks like it failed again. Why would a leveled creature provoke Xiao Yan? It was about to be dragged in again. I have to say, this yellow crab's defense is really high. It escaped again, facing its repeated provocations. Xiao Yan swore to kill it first after leveling up. On the 30-5th day, new creatures arrived. This is a level for large non-holograph fish. It was a bit hypoxic on the way back. Put it in first to recover. It seemed to want to swim too. It went straight to the most dangerous place in the trial ground. The next second, Xiao Yan flashed over. Both pincers clamped the prey tightly. The situation was quickly brought under control, as Xiao Yan ragged it into the cave. The non-holograph fish completely lost hope of survival, taking advantage of Xiao Yan's skill cooldown. I quickly put the creatures in. Among them was a level 5 starfish, skill Flip Owner, a level 1 beautiful shouldered Lenny, skill Beautiful Appearance, a level 1 mini king crab, skill Disguise as Seaweed, a level 1 mountain crab, skill Unknown, 2 level 3 red hermit crabs, skill Absolute Defense, a level 2 hermit crab, skill is also Absolute Defense. The rest are 30 level 1 small creatures. Unexpectedly, the second to attack was the flower-backed crab, but since it was only level 1, it couldn't defeat. The hermit crab was strong defense. One of the largest hermit crabs was even carrying a female crab. This is really special. What's going on? What the hell's going on? Single Xiao Yan's anger completely erupted. So on the 30-6th day, new remains appeared. This time, both were defeated. To save the last level 3 hermit crab, I secretly gave it a climb behind Xiao Yan's back. Oops. Got caught again. This quickly attracted other creatures. Healer Xiao Yan flashed them again, scaring the other creatures into retreating. But Xiao Yan hid behind the hermit crab. Was it afraid of the others' numbers? Suddenly it pounced like a tiger. Turns out Xiao Yan wanted their lives. Unfortunately, It failed. Helplessly, it could only eat the clam. On the 42th day, Xiao Yan's feet were already littered with corpses. Besides daily hunting, the hermit crab also devoured a lot of clams. Its body was gradually stained red with blood. On the 40-on day, I found Xiao Yan advancing. This was its first advancement in the trial ground. Now any hermit crab could kill it. I quickly put it back in the fish tank. For the next few hours, it would be completely vulnerable. On the 40-20 day, Xiao Yan successfully advanced. Its level reached level 3 peak. It devoured about 15 clams, slaughtered 14 hermit crabs. Now it was covered in a blood-rich shell. With the ambition of a king, its mobility reached an unprecedented height. A little creature's blood would drive it crazy. Once it caught prey, it would never let go until death. The real slaughter began. The first target was the level 2 yellow crab that breeded 3 times. This time, the yellow crab frantically slapped Xiao Yan, surrendering. But how could the justice-loving Xiao Yan let it go? Xiao Yan used one pincer to control the enemy, and the other to attack quickly, then clamped the enemy's most vulnerable head. Now the yellow crab couldn't move at all. When Xiao Yan saw the time was right, he dragged it into the cave, and started beating it up. 5 minutes later, all the yellow crab's legs were broken, and so its life ended. On the 40-3 day, the remains of a level 3 swimming crab appeared. There were also pieces of swimming crab elsewhere. It used to be the biggest creature in the tank. After checking, I found it was eaten during molting. I wonder if the remaining 2 level 3 swimming crabs could defeat Xiao Yan. On the 40-4th day, the remains of the second swimming crab appeared. Xiao Yan's slaughter speed was simply shocking. Only this one single clawed swimming crab was left. I don't know if it could hold on. It was also caught, but the swimming crab didn't give up easily. It started struggling frantically, waving its only remaining pincer wildly. Only to Xiao Yan make a sound. Now the single clawed swimming crab was lifeless. To prevent it from recovering, Xiao Yan started devouring its arm directly. An hour later, the last swimming crab disappeared from the tank. Only some remains vaguely left in the cave, looking like the remains of a swimming crab. This trial ground was covered with crab shell fragments, proving they were once here. On the 60th day, Xiao Yan advanced again. Its level reached 4. In the end, in this trial ground, only a striped Gobai and Xiao Yan were left. Looks like it's time to look for stronger opponents. Follow me to see Xiao Yan's growth journey. Bye.